Guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jordan. Welcome. In today's video, this is going to be part 2 of a 2-part series on how to write a competitive resume in this job market. So if you haven't seen part 1 where I talk all about formatting and making your resume look nice and appealing to the hiring manager and recruiter, then check that out here or down in the description below. And in part 2, we're going to be talking about what the heck you actually put in your resume. So if you're interested, stay tuned.
Hey guys, Jordan here. I just wanted to quickly talk to you guys about the Boss Vault. The Boss Vault is where I keep a lot of my trainings, the recordings, I keep templates and blog posts that don't end up on my blog, and just a lot of great information for you. So if you're looking to jumpstart your career, make sure you check out the Boss Vault. The link will be down in the description below.
Okay, so if you're the type of person where your resume just makes you cringe and the thought of writing it over and over and over again just makes you want to pull your hair out, then you are not alone. But in this video, I want to make it super easy for you to tweak and or create a new resume from scratch. So we're going to go section by section, and I'm going to give you guys an overview of what kind of information should be in your resume. If you're like, okay, that's great, but what exactly do I write? Then I want you guys to check down in the description, and I'll link it somewhere over here, my winning resume workshop. You guys will get the replay. Fantastic time, went super down into the nitty gritty details of what you actually needed to put in your resume to make it competitive. So if you guys would like to check that out, I will leave the link down in the description below. All right, so now the first thing you want to think about is your summary section. And your summary does not have to be this grandiose paragraph about you. It needs to be a few sentences relating your past experience to the job that you are currently looking for. So it could be something as simple as administrative assistant with 5+ years of experience in A, B, C, or D. And then you want to talk a little bit about different skills that you have that match up with the job description. I will say this until the end of time: if you're not reading the job description carefully, then you're not making it past all of the applicant tracking systems, and you're not making it past the human eyes of the recruiter or hiring manager, because it's super important that you read the job description and then use that as a template for your resume. There is still debate about whether you should use an objective or a summary statement, and consensus is use a summary statement. We know what the objective of your resume is. It's to get a job. So they don't really need to know your objective, because we all universally understand that you're doing this to receive this position. But a summary statement, like I just mentioned, is going to be reflective of you, your skills, and how they relate or correlate to this job. This particular job. So the next thing, and the most important section in my opinion, is your experience section, because that is where you're going to shine like 1,000 stars, right? So you want to make sure that your experience section does not have basic bullet points. So I always use the example of a cashier, but this time I'm gonna do an administrative assistant because I'm gonna make it super fancy. So a lot of times people will say I organized and I filed. No, you created a streamlined process that increased workforce productivity approximately 10% by cutting down the excessive and unnecessary administrative burden of outdated technology. That was just a big fancy way of saying that you organized and streamlined a process that actually gave you back time and productivity at work. Simple as that, but it sounded good and it looked good. So what you want to do is to not go overboard with the fancy terms, but you want to do something that's not just I organized and I filed. You want to stretch it out a little bit, and you can use this formula to write your bullet points, but obviously make it flow as you do so well. You accomplish X as measured by Y by doing Z. It's easy to follow and simple to write out. Even if you don't use the exact words measured, accomplished, by doing, you can use that sentence structure to make your not basic bullet points. Next, we have your skills section, and this one is going to be a little bit easier because you can use the same skills from a different resume, but you also need to be looking at the skills in the job description. So if you have a bunch of tech skills that they're not looking for, then I would take a few of them out and then put back in a few of the skills that they're looking for. For example, if they're looking for a leader with good communication skills, then the soft skills of leadership and communication might either be in your skills section, or you can put them in your experience section. So that's where you need to take a look at hard skills, soft skills. Do they look better in my experience section, or do they look better in my skills section? If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're like, transferable, what? Hard skills, soft skills, what is that? Make sure you check out these two videos. I'll put them down in the description below. They will help you figure out your hard and soft skills and where to use which. Skills, like anything in the Microsoft suite, are great, but they are common in places like the USA and Canada. And so if it doesn't specifically ask for that, I would try to replace good at Microsoft, good at Word, good at Excel with something else. Unless they specifically say we need someone that's good at Excel, then you put that right in there. But if they don't, try to come up with a couple of different skills that aren't Microsoft, that aren't these more common skills that we see, like I said, in the USA and Canada. I wanted to remind you all that this list is not in any specific order. If you want specific formatting, go and check out part 1 of this video, and that's gonna break down the order that I see a lot, whether it be from resumes that I'm looking at or from talking to hiring managers and recruiters. Next, I want to talk about education. I misspoke in my last video because I said it needs to be collegiate in nature, and I said bachelor's and up. This can include your associate's degree and up. Unless you've recently graduated from high school, then you can include your high school diploma. But typically, if you're going out into the work world, if you've been there for a couple years, you really only want to put your bachelor's, master's, and PhD. You can also put some certifications in there as well. But if you have room towards the bottom, you can put your certifications there. If not, feel free to put them under education. It is all education in my book. Next, we have volunteer, community outreach, and organizations that you're a part of, and you can put that towards the bottom. For example, I put organizations that I'm a part of, community service that I've done, outreach that I've done, because I think it humanizes you a little bit and it helps to stick in the mind of the recruiter and the hiring manager. I've put things on my resume like collecting backpacks and supplies for school children, doing 5Ks for breast cancer. And so those little things, they just help to humanize you and make it, okay, cool. Outside of work, this is what this person does. Gives you a little glimpse. Is it gonna be like the thing that pushes you over the edge? Who knows? But it's something good to include in your resume. Now, this next thing is not technically about what goes in your resume, but technically it is. It's about reading the job description all the way through and making sure that you're clear on what they want. A lot of people will skim it.
I can do that.
Write their resume, look for a few words, slap it together, throw some percentages on there, and be done. That is only gonna get you so far if it gets you anywhere at all. In order for your resume to even land where it needs to land, you're gonna have to really look at that job description and look at the most important keywords. Important keywords being, if you're going for a more technical or computer-based position, these technical keywords might be the different computer languages, or they might be, if it's a manager role, it might be the soft skills of communication and leadership like we talked about before. And so you really need to get in the habit of scanning the resume and then really going back and doing a deep dive once you've determined that that is what you're going to apply for. And I help you do a very deep dive into the job description and help you read between the lines in my Winning Resume Workshop. The Winning Resume Workshop is going to be all about formatting and showing you exactly what to write in your resume based on an actual job description. So all of these overviews that I just gave you are great, but if you want to get down into the nitty-gritty, the replay will be down in the description below for you to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye.